Yo, what's good, guys? It's Sinumatic, and I just got a pretty good response from the last video I did like this, so I figured I would do another because I actually like talking about different kinds of stuff. And, I was thinking about the effects that video games have on people in today's society. And, there's a lot of good and bad things, or things that could be bad, I don't know. I just was thinking about it like, a lot of people these days, we live in this internet world where basically me as an online gamer, we spend the majority of our time like on a video game or surfing the internet, different things like that, basically in our own little world, and we don't really interact with real people, like face-to-face interaction. And you know I do know a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of people online, so I guess you could say it's a negative or a positive thing. Because, some people, I've always had friends in real life. I've always had, people that I talked to before video games and, through video games, even, all that kind of stuff. But, I thought about it like, some of these guys that play video games never really, were really social with people in the real world. They never had a lot of friends at school or never really hung out with people. So this actually gives them, those type of people, a great outlet, because a lot of those guys, they're more comfortable to talk to other people when it's not face to face. So therefore, they can get a lot of friends through the internet, through online gaming and Twitter and things like that. Hell, probably some. I don't know who. I'm not trying to name anybody or anything like that, but probably some of our commentators that are big in the YouTube community through gaming probably weren't very social. There's got to be, I guarantee there's a couple guys that weren't very social in the real world. They didn't have a lot of friends at school. They probably stuck to themselves and, now I'm not going to say a hermit, but, just a kind of person that's to themselves, and they didn't interact with people. But now, through gaming, they do. Like I said, the negative effect of that is some people that could be really active in the real world spend most of their time interacting in the gaming world. So, it's a positive, negative thing. I'm not saying any of these things are necessarily bad or good. Um, Other things that you could say, gaming has done. Gaming is so big now that, and the internet overall is so big now that the way that we live has completely changed. When I was a kid, I remember being sent out. I didn't have a choice. Go outside. So, I had to go outside. Not that I didn't want to at the time, but I had to go outside, play basketball, play, football in the backyard, whatever silly games we would come up with to play. And I had fun. I really enjoyed that in my younger years. Like, I would never say that I wish that I was just, all these video game advancements were out now when I was a kid, so I didn't have to go outside and play. Like, that's something that, I even miss now as an adult, like when I was a kid. But a lot of kids these days, when you say, what do you want to do today? It's not go outside and play with my friends or go play sports or do anything active. It's, I want to turn on my Xbox or my Wii or my PlayStation. And that's possibly a really negative thing. And that might be one of the causes why there are a lot of obese children these days. Like, not just children, grown-ass people, like, that are just obese because they're not active at all in life. Their life consists of watching TV, playing video games, and hanging out on the internet. And once again, like I said, I'm not even talking about anybody specifically. There's lots of people that this, affects. I don't know, and I'm talking about this topic. This is a long ass. Battlefield 3 videos are long, and I tried to edit them, and it's more of a pain in the ass to edit them than it is to just come out and do a long commentary. So I'm gonna try to take these videos and do some more serious topics like this. Other things about gaming that have been a big thing is like people are making money off video games now. It's ridiculous. Like, now I'm not saying like not only do you have like the creators, developers, and the company that markets and promotes them making the money, but you got, like I said, you got people that do walkthroughs, reviews. Over the past, I don't know what, 3 or 4 years, we've had, maybe 5 or 6 years, we've had the advancement of commentary. Like, it came out, blew the fuck up. Like, people actually, you know, YouTube, a lot of people try to talk bad about gaming, but YouTube, in the earlier days, was either made to put up stupid clips, or, you know, a lot of people got on YouTube in the beginning and stated their opinions and beliefs and their thoughts and over a vlog, a video log, or whatever you want to call it. And honestly, that's really what a commentator is. Like, you know, some of the most successful commentators, that's what they do. They tell you their opinions, their thoughts. They tell you about the games. They talk about stuff in their real life that's going on. They talk about stuff that's going on in the world. And, you know, we don't have to do it over just a vlog. We can do it over something else to entertain you. So that's a great thing to me that, you know, some of you guys might only tune into my videos to listen to them. But if you're bored and you ain't got nothing else to do, there's something visually there to stimulate your mind on the screen. It's not just me sitting in front of a camera talking to you, which I like doing that too. And a lot of people enjoy those. But overall, we know that when people are just talking their opinions, beliefs, and other things like that, the gameplay is like an added feature. It's like, not only do I get to hear this guy talk, but I get entertained by watching, you know, him playing a video game. And I think that's why commentary has been so big, and that's why I think that it's also so separate, because you got to think about it like this. Even with the big YouTubers, there's people that are subscribed to Woody's Gamertag that don't watch tapes, or don't watch Hutch or CNanners. Like, I think it's so split up because, you know, we all have our own different opinions and views of the world. And, you know, certain people don't like certain people's opinions and views, so they don't watch those people. They watch other people, which might even be affiliated with the people that they don't watch. Which to me is a great thing. Like, you know, I'm just going to put out there, for instance, you know, Woody is the wise, nice guy. He's wise in his ways. He's always trying to be helpful in his commentaries. You know, he's the good guy. That's what they put him out to be. Woody's the good guy. On the other hand, Wings is the go against the grain, I don't give a fuck what you think kind of attitude. Which I'm not saying that Wings don't give a fuck, because I know that Wings cares about some of his viewers and subscribers and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is his attitude is, you know, his attitude is more like, I am who I am. I'm going to act like I want to act, and you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. Which is fine. I mean, that's a fine, you know, way to look at things, because the thing is, when you start to acting like, well, I don't like so-and-so because he acts like this, and that's fucked up. It's not fucked up. That's just who that person is, and you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. I mean, at least I can say that half of those guys that act like that are being real. That's them, and you can take it or leave it. And, you know, there's a lot of discrepancies. There's a lot of things that I don't like about Wings. But overall, I don't care. I mean, I still watch some of his videos. I don't hold grudges against people. And I think that, and I know I strayed off into a whole nother topic, guys. I'm sorry, but that's probably going to happen on these long videos. But I think, honestly, commentary would suck if you agreed with what everybody said. The only problem that I see from a viewing standpoint that I've seen with commentary is that if I was to say something you don't agree with, a lot of people would just automatically be like, fuck this guy, and unsubscribe. Even though they liked the other 30,000 commentaries that I done, it's that one thing they don't agree with. And that's why I think the big misconception comes with YouTube. Like, I don't think, to me, YouTube is about buying into that person 100%, believe, you know, you have to agree with everything they say or whatever. I tell people all the time, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. It's my opinion, and you have your opinion. But that was terrible shooting on my part. But, you know, just because I don't agree with what a commentator does doesn't mean that I'm going to write them off and never watch their shit. For instance, White Boy 7th Street. I don't like a lot of shit that he does. But then there's some stuff that he does that I find extremely, funny to me, like, or interesting, that I still watch his videos. And I've learned over the past, year or so of watching his videos that most of the time I can look at the title of his video and tell whether it's going to be something that's going to interest me or not. I know the big giveaway issue that they had with that was, highly put on his shoulders the way he did it. Hey, I can't really hate the man for trying to manipulate the system. I mean, we all try to manipulate the system. No one that watches, none of you guys that watch my videos can tell me that you don't try to manipulate the system. And I don't mean just YouTube, I mean the system in general. How many of you guys have acted like you were sick to get out of going to school? That's a basic one. But what I'm saying is, we all try to manipulate things into our favor. And for him to ask, for likes and favorites and comments to get on the homepage wasn't right. But hey, it worked. It got him on the homepage. So, that's just a perfect example of something I was completely against. I was never against giveaways. Giveaways are great. They give you guys something for free. I mean, no matter how much money he made doing a giveaway, it doesn't matter because he was giving something away for free that we were not paying for. We don't pay, us as viewers don't pay the commentators. Advertisements do. So basically he was manipulating and utilizing advertisements to make himself money, and in return giving you guys prizes. The only beef I ever had with that was the demand of you have to like and favorite, because that guy, I mean, nothing against him again, but that guy gets so many views. He didn't need it. He could have got to the homepage without ever doing that. And I think that was more of a moral thing that to me than anything. But like I said, in the end result, I didn't care about it. I wish that they wouldn't have stopped. As a machinima, or as a partner in general, YouTube partner now, we're not supposed to do giveaways. And I think giveaways were a good thing, especially when someone that can't afford to get something can get it for free just for leaving a comment, saying, hey, pick me. But luckily that's transferred over to Twitter and stuff like that a little bit, which, is a good way to do it because there's nothing you can give that person. They're doing it out of the kindness of their heart when they're like, hey, next person that tweets me this wins this. What are they going to gain? Some followers on Twitter? You can't make money on Twitter unless you're doing some kind of weird advertisement shit on there. But I don't know. I completely strayed. I know I completely for a while there just strayed off a course of what I originally started talking about. It all intertwines though. But like I said, gaming has done a lot of things, good and bad. When I was talking about being active outside and stuff, and now people would choose to play a video game, in which I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I choose to do that too. But another thing, which I never liked to really sit down and read books and stuff anyways, but the people that, there used to be lots of people that I knew growing up that loved to read books. I just couldn't understand it. I was like, I'll just watch the movie. But the thing is, a lot of those guys ended up being a lot more intelligent, than I am. I don't even know how to explain that. They were more book smart. They had a wider vocabulary. They knew about more things from reading books than I did. I had to go learn things in a different way. But nowadays, who's gonna for the main part of society, who's gonna go read a book when they can just pop in a video game and be entertained, or go watch a movie and be entertained? So I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of things. You guys can let me know in the comments things that you think, are good and bad about, the explosion of video games over the year. And there is definitely no denying it. Video games, monetarily, they push out more money than movies these days. And movies used to be the main source of entertainment. Speaking of that, I just read a thing where they said that, Battlefield 3 was going to do good, Modern Warfare 3 was going to do good, and they said, unfortunately, Modern Warfare 3 would sell double the copies. And they said over the next year that Battlefield would sell 8 million copies, and Modern Warfare 3 would sell about 16 million copies, with about 3 million people buying both. Well, either way you want to break it down, what does go with the Modern Warfare 2 figures? 16 million people are buying one video game. And think about all the video games that came out this year. There's plenty of non-COD, non-first-person shooter players that bought games like Batman, that are going to buy Skyrim. So, like I said, video games have practically stepped up and even possibly taken over some of our lives. Fortunately for me, I had quit gaming for some years before I got back into it, so I got the time to appreciate a lot of things other than video games. So you'll still catch me going, man, I don't want to play any games right now because I want to go hang out with my friends, or I don't want to play any games today because I'm going to go watch Sunday football. I'm going to watch a movie. But I guess we're going to finish this video off with, what do you guys think, like I said earlier, about video games and how they've evolved, like the good parts, the bad parts, and all that kind of stuff. We could even go further if you guys want me to talk about my thoughts on it, about online gaming, how it has changed the video game genre like so much, and there's a lot of positive and negative effects to that. But it looks like the video is coming to an end. I'm going to get out of here. We won. I think I had a 2.0 kill to death ratio. Came in second place on the team. Let me know, like I said, no one's let me know what you guys are looking for in these Battlefield 3 gameplays. I'm out. Peace.